I'm Paul Wolf, and this is My City TV.
Talking about my city. Jackson, Mississippi.
Welcome, Justin Nipper. He is the Marketing and Event Specialist at the Mississippi Agriculture and Forestry and National Aviation Museum here in Jackson. Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Hey, Paul. Thanks for having me.
Justin, it's been a busy past year despite COVID-19. You all really haven't slowed down, have you?
No, and in fact, I almost feel like we've sped up some, just as far as we've tried our best to maintain our steady flow of events and different activities and things that we'll do, and then adding on the accommodating for or taking into account for COVID. All the precautions that come with that. And we've decided to kick off a bunch of new things like doing our smoked meats and lots of upgrades to our grounds and things like that. So really, we've just been all hands on deck busy.
Yeah, you mentioned something that's near and dear to my heart, smoked meats. I love barbecue, I love brisket, and your executive director there, Hayes Patrick, he's a heck of a barbecue pitmaster, isn't he?
Oh, yes, sir. And in fact, today he walked down there because he had to go make some brand new batch of barbecue sauce. He makes that all by hand, and he really loves just the art of making food and making something presentable for people that they can enjoy and share with others. So yeah, he's all about that, and he loves it, and he's really good at it. So
Yeah, he is. I can attest. I had a barbecue sandwich there a few weeks ago at a meeting, and trust me, top notch stuff. Go to the general store and get those goods, right?
yeah, and in fact, we have at the general store an area where we keep packaged meats and things that we've smoked on the smoker, and he'll make the barbecue sauce and things like that. And so we'll have those things there, plus casseroles and jarred goods, a variety of pickled jarred goods, and salsas and queso, and all kinds of stuff. Really, it's I could shop there for the week's worth of food. It's a lot of stuff, and it's all great.
You're making my mouth water. I'm gonna have to come over there and stock up soon. We're gonna talk about a new event, new-ish event. You've held it once and then skipped a year for COVID. Pickle Fest. We'll do that a little later on, but you've had some other upgrades and additions to the museum that maybe folks don't know about. Can you run down a short list?
Yeah, for sure. So in 2020, that's when we finished the barn. So if we'll start there, that's when we finished our children's barnyard. And that is something that's just been a lot of fun. I personally have had lots of time to go out, and, we all pitch in around here. So I've had to feed the animals. I say had to, I got to feed the animals. We get to go out and hold a little bunny or just pet them or whatever, give them some love all throughout the day. And the kids love it. The families love it. And so it's just a great thing to see them to be able to come and experience with us. So we have that. I mentioned the smoker that's here. So that's something that's new. That's a new addition. We added that on to the general store. We added on an addition to the general store to be able to house all of the different foods and things like that. So, and then coming down the pipe, actually starting this week, we'll start building the Magnolia Gardens area, which will be right out in front of our Heritage Center. So that's something that's happening now.
Yeah, what is that, Justin? What's the Magnolia Gardens?
Yeah, so the Magnolia Gardens is basically, there was a project where people could purchase a magnolia tree, and it would go out and be planted all around the interstate, all throughout the state. And basically now that program is being brought in, and so now we're creating a space where it's like a beautiful magnolia trees will come in through the drive, and then they're going to have a fountain area and different trees and shrubbery and things. So that's going to be now centrally located here at the museum versus scattered out throughout the state. And so it's a beautiful addition. I've seen a lot of renderings of it, and we're really excited for this new addition. It's going to be beautiful.
That sounds like the perfect place for it too. At the Mississippi Agriculture and Forestry Museum, you've got Pickle Fest coming up in just over a week now. We're going to talk about that with Justin Nipper right after this.
Kind of spicy. Can I get a small little pepper crust?
Back with Justin Nipper at the Mississippi Agriculture and Forestry Museum here in Jackson. Justin, before the break, we said we would talk about Pickle Fest, and we'll do that, but I was reminded that, gosh, people are still trying to spread out and space out because of COVID, and I understand that, and you've got plenty of space to spread out, lots of space to rent, some upgrades coming to some of those facilities there. How do we rent space at the Ag Museum?
Yeah. So yes, our rentals are a fantastic place for anybody to come, and our facility is a great space to spread out, like you said, Paul. And we're working on 40 acres here, so you can easily come and get your birthday party down there at the Children's Barnyard, or you can have any number of events at all of our larger facilities like the Sparkman or the Forestry or things like that. And what you want to do is what I would recommend is just call our front desk staff. They are fantastic. I really can't speak highly enough about them. They're a fantastic group of people, and they can answer any of your questions that you may have, and they can direct you in the right direction as far as what you need to do next. And you can get that at 601-432-4500 if you want to call them and get some immediate answers.
All right, perfect, Justin. I know they can help us out if we give them a call. You've got great space to rent. I promised, though, we would talk about Pickle Fest, June 12th, coming up at the Ag Museum. Pickle Fest on the brain. I know you're working hard on this. Tell me what's going to happen at Pickle Fest.
Okay, so for Pickle Fest, there's a lot going on, and like you're saying, Paul, I mean, I'm seeing green. The word pickle is slipping out of my mouth every couple of words. It's very hard to contain it. I mean, Pickle Fest is a big deal here, and for me, it's the biggest event of the year. You know, it's the second ever Pickle Fest that we've had, and I'm honored to be able to help put that together for us. So some things to expect at Pickle Fest this year is lots more pickles. We're talking pickles everywhere, and there's going to be lots of games and activities. In fact, something that people would probably like to know is that we're planning on having a slip and slide at Pickle Fest, so you can cool off. It is a hot summer day, so be prepared to come get wet. I mean, we'll have a slip and slide there for the kids. We'll have an obstacle course there. We'll have Dunkin' booth. We'll have mini golf and other games like that. We'll have music. We'll have contests like a pickle eating contest. Can't have Pickle Fest without a pickle eating contest. We will have a pickle jar packing contest where you can see how many pickles you can stuff in the jar, things like that. So just some variety of little contests like that. You'll see food vendors, a variety of food vendors and food trucks will be there. Some crafters will be there as well, who've created different little things for this event. And you'll also see some demos, like education demos throughout the day as well. And our grounds, of course, will be opened up. So the 40 acres of the museum will be opened up. Small Town will be opened, and Chick-fil-A is partnering with us for this event. Can't forget those guys. They'll be here selling sandwiches and things like that. And of course, we will be selling smoked food from our general store. You have lots of food options, lots of game options, lots of activities. You can cool off. It's just so much going on for Pickle Fest. You have to come out and see it for yourself. It's going to be a great day.
Bigger and better than before. So it's June 12th. It's included with Ag Museum admission. Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be $7 for adults and $5 for children ages 3 to 17. And the event is from 10 to 3. I don't know if I said that already, but it's from 10 to 3.
And Justin, before I let you go, I've asked you this question before, but it bears repeating. Why do you love Jackson so much? Why do you want to make it a better place?
Well, look, Paul, I mean, hands down, one of my favorite things about Jackson is this community that we have. And myself living in right here, I mean, I live 2 minutes from the museum. I'm right here in the heart of Jackson, and I get to see and experience some of the best people, you know, that especially in this season of life from 2020, we've been really been able to grow closer and to work together. And so I love that aspect of Jackson, and I love the things that the city is doing and steps that we're taking to make ourselves known amongst the rest of the world, you know.
He's the marketing and event specialist at the Mississippi Agriculture and Forestry Museum. Justin, we're going to put links to all these wonderful events and event rentals and, of course, Pickle Fest in our show notes. Justin Nipper, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Paul.
That's the show. Check us out at jxn.ms and join us for another episode of My City TV.